Now, great expectations come with the possibility of great disappointment, and that is something investors might want to keep in mind as they look at Wall Street earnings estimates for this year. Sheila Dharmarajan has been taking a look into that. Sheila?
Well, Scarlett, the bottom line is when you look at 2010 earnings estimates, they are baking in some big growth expectations, which of course could have big implications for stock performance. So let's break down the numbers for a second. For 2010, according to Standard & Poor's, the S&P is estimating EPS to come in at $75.27 a share. Now, when you compare that to 2009 estimates of $56 a share, Scarlett, that is a 35% increase year over year. Now, I want to put that growth in context for you because David Rosenberg, he's from Gluskin & Sheff, he points out that plus 30% profit growth has only happened 6 times in the past 75 years, 6 times, Scarlett. And he also goes on to say that when it did happen, nominal GDP growth was actually on average about 10%. So clearly, we are nowhere near those kind of levels, Scarlett.
So then, Sheila, what in fact is driving the bullish growth forecast? Is it simply optimism over the macroeconomic environment?
Well, that's definitely playing a big role into it. You know, another factor I want to point out is some of it's just the math of it, right? So 2008 and 2009 were 2 big down years for the market. So higher growth off a lower base could be playing a role here. Operating leverage. This is something we've talked about a lot because as those sales numbers went down, what we've seen this year is that margins have actually been pretty consistent. So any sort of boost to that top line is going to drop directly to those bottom line numbers. But Scarlett, you called it. Also, optimism is playing a big role into this. In fact, one analyst pointed out that earnings growth this year is all about over-optimism in the U.S. economy. So something to keep in mind as we head into this year, Scarlett.
All right. Thank you so much, Sheila Dharmarajan, on 2010 earnings estimates forecasts.